That's the
Oh
problem
yeah.
with Battle Royale. If they don't have like a critical mass of players, they die immediately.
Yep.
Which is it's why it's a risky concept to have. I don't know. I don't hate Battle Royale games. I don't love them either. I think there's not a lot of replayability to them, ironically.
Oh, I actually quite really like playing them, but like it's just I'm very picky about the ones I'm willing to play these days. Like it has to have like some kind of gimmick to it, you know.
Yeah.
I think Ring of Elysium's probably and the one
Oh
on
man, I actually
and the
enjoyed
one
China
on
Battlegrounds.
and the one on and the Counter Strike one, even though it's not the best, is probably the ones I'm
I
willing
like
to
the
play
counter.
with.
I like the Counter Strike one because it's simple and the UI is nice. And honestly, that's like all I fucking want from like a
And
game.
it's a small map.
It's a small map. I don't want the game to last like a fucking quadrillion years.
See, I'm a big fan of the original mod for Arma that like started it all because it takes
Really?
forever to play, and that's like my jam.
Say, Andy, are you part of any Arma communities as of right now?
Not as of right now, no. I used to play a lot of Arma, but
I could
haven't
introduce
really,
you
like...
to an Arma community if you want.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's
I'm
called,
interested.
I think they're called Combine. Hold on! They rebrand a fucking lot. Hold on, 1 second.
Is it something you're involved in? Yeah.
Yeah, vaguely.
What do they do? Like.
They do community maps made by them, right? And they have like their community mod pack and all that sort of stuff. My
Is it like
friend
PvP or co-op missions?
depends.
Or...
Depends.
Yeah.
Mostly co-op, I think, but my friend Polarn is like he's like the mod there, and he does most of the stuff. I literally almost never show up. So, but I just figured you like Arma, and you know I know people that like Arma as well.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Not right now, like I'm like too busy in the coming months to be committing to playing
Right.
Arma, but I absolutely would be because my old group like don't play no more, and we used to do a lot of custom PvP stuff and co-op, but mostly PvP. But I'd be down to like just do co-op as well. But there is something amazing about like stealing your mate's radio after you kill him, and then talking to all the other people on the team, or like listening to the tactics.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. I did that once, and like they were all getting whittled down, and the one guy he kept like talking on his radio, and I wasn't responding because I wasn't meant to talk, and then he just turned around and he was like, "Am I the only one left?" Then I like keyed on the radio like, "Yeah." That shit's so fun.
Oh yeah, it's called Combined Arms.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I talk to like if I talk to Polarn, aka the guy that's like a mod there, he'll, I'll let him know you're cool, and he'll let everybody else know you're cool.
Cheers. I'll like let you know when I'm down to do some armor then.
Sure.
No point introducing me, and I just go, "Oh, it's still lit in a month."
Well, yeah, I almost yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you're interested. They do it usually centered around the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's largely
Is it European or
European, but it's largely British ex-military that are fucking on there.
All right.
But
types.
it's Europeans pretty much. But I think it's mostly British, but definitely
Okay.
Europeans.
When you say they're ex-military,
SAS, dude.
Yeah,
I
trade in sim.
when I do airsofting, you get ex-military people there, and they tend to be really fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't like, cause the guy that I know that is ex-military for sure is at least there are people really interested in military equipment. One guy was ex-navy, he was like a submarine mariner or crewman or whatever, submariner, whatever the proper term for that is. Yeah, submarinara.
I'm off on a fucking sandwich now.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. Okay, that's fine. As long as they don't like expect me to act like I'm actually in the fucking army.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I joined one armor group that was like that, and I fucking bailed so quickly.
It's like you roleplay like that, but when shit hits the fan, like nobody gives a shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
Got a bogey coming in.
Yeah.
3 clicks southwest.
It's like in airsofting, like people will do like roleplay stuff. They'll have all like the actual hand signs down and stuff. But the moment someone throws a grenade down the stairway, everyone runs screaming like kill them.
Yeah.
Like on Sunday there was one. I chucked a grenade down the stairwell, and all I heard was like baboons screaming, just like loads of. and everyone like running the fuck away.
Hey
That's what I
man.
do in video games. So,
You got that to look forward to, Aiden.
Hey man.
Totally.
oh, don't get hit in the face with grenade. It really hurts.
I do
I'll
not.
keep that in mind.
I do not go quietly into the night. I go into the night screaming like a baboon.
Hell yeah, that's me all over. That's how I operate.
My game crashed, Aiden, so I have to reconnect.
Alright, goodbye,
But I like how Dan's just kind of like, yeah, you got that to look forward to, Aiden. Like, you're gonna hate it, Aiden.
Oh no.
No, like I want him to do paintballing and airsofting and stuff. But
I want him to get hurt. Is effectively what Rusty's saying.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll like team kill him with my really powerful Mac
I
11.
mean,
It's
I've
fine.
played paintballing, like, it was fun, but, like, yeah.
Airsoft's better. Yeah, my Mac 11's like illegal in the summer. I found out it's gas powered. It gets too strong.
Right. Oh, of course, yeah. So yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah, like I took it to Chrono on Sunday and it chronoed in at like 450.
Oh, that's fucking mental.
That's
Well-
insane. There's so much power. It's so scary. I'm
Oh,
going to an outside game in a couple of weeks. No, through 4 weeks, and they have like higher FPS limits, so I can use it there, and I can use it in full auto. Mwah.
oh dear God.
I never really understood the like. I kind of get like the appeal of airsoft, but I get like flashbacks to fucking laser tag, aka
Oh, it's nothing like laser tag.
rampant cheating and just like bullying people.
You don't want to get caught cheating in paintball, mate.
They fucking execute you with a real gun.
Oh no, they get you into the firing squad and you take rounds from literally the entire enemy team.
If you get caught cheating, like, they don't have the tolerance.
You might want to ditch the bin, Sam.
Well, that's good. Zero tolerance is good for that
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of stuff because that does ruin the fun completely.
Oh,
Are you allowed to like wear more protective gear than other
Yeah.
people, or?
yeah.
Yeah, I run around in a plate carrier.
All right.
you can
I
wear
got-
whatever you fucking want, as long as you got safety goggles on, they don't give a shit what you
Right.
wear.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
Eye protection is the.
You
Yeah,
can wear
well,
thong. You can wear mankini if you want, Cal.
But with eye protection, though.
Because you get people that just run around in like jeans and a top, or like jeans and a hoodie. And you get people that go like full like milsim mode, and you know they'll have like a different camouflage pattern for like a month and like for the seasons and shit.
It's like, oh, this is an urban area today, so I've got my urban D-pad
Yeah.
hoodie on.
I would
I mean,
love.
I feel really attacked right now.
Well, the way you don't feel attacked is, when you take your urban camo into like a forest or something.
That's I've got like MTP for hiding in a tree with my sniper rifle.
Thing is, though, if you're in like an indoor close site, what's the fucking point in wearing camouflage?
Oh yeah, like it doesn't matter indoors. That's why I just have jeans and a hoodie and then the plate carrier. Cause,
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
like just in general, but
Yeah, I know. It's like I've got people in my airsofting crew are like that. They're like, no, I need full black camo
Oh,
to
yeah.
play at the depot, and it's like, mate, it's the depot. Like,
fuck me, I'd see people
like-
running around in the woods where I go sometimes, running around in like a classic SWAT uniform,
I thought
like
those.
all black in the
All black in the woods.
and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna find you because it won't be hard.
I didn't
I
realize
like
there
the
was
voice.
panthers in the English countryside.
Yeah. You can spot them because they've always got a glove up in the air.
Hey,
Nah, it's often jokes.
airsofting's good fun, man. Like, there's like thing is like because you can be into it for different reasons. Like, there's people who are into it purely just to LARP. There's people that treat it like a sport.
What's LARP?
Live action
roleplay.
roleplay.
Oh, okay.
You know, because you're dressing up like a soldier. Like, because people they copy
Yeah, LARP.
a certain special forces loadout and all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
always
people love
like,
it. People love
Yeah,
it.
it's funny because like
really
most,
is,
yeah, and that's cool, right? Like, I just think it's funny because a lot of airsofters like get mad if you say it's LARPing, but it's fucking LARPing.
It is absolutely LARPing. It is totally LARPing. It is
It's just
it's
LARPing soldiers.
it's just contemporary LARPing. You know?
Replace magic missile with toy gun.
Yeah, toy gun.
I
Hey.
cast bullet.
Wait,
Roll to hit.
It's definitely LARPing. You're role playing soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like wind up a couple of my mates like, you up for LARPing Sunday?
Yeah.
It's not fucking LARPing.
I don't. I only play it 'cause it's good exercise and fun to shoot. the fuck up.
Yeah,
I
so
actually
you play
find
it, Sam.
The
mate,
LARPing.
I will.
Aiden's gonna come here before he plays
No.
it. Fucking hell. You're never gonna take him, are you, Sam?
Do you want to go Sunday?
Hey.
But this Sunday.
If they got a game on, do you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your fate sealed now, Aiden.
I want to play, Dan. I want to
but
play.
Sam's gonna get you, Aiden.
I can't even be like, oh, I'm really sorry. I've just been like really busy because all those Sundays I've been playing computer games with you.
Oh yeah, really busy with these high commitment computer games.
Yeah, I'm gonna farm virtual potatoes, Aiden. Like, you know, you don't
Yeah, do you know how
understand.
busy I am.
Yeah.
I'm just at the moment I'm just being like a mega tight ass because I'm trying to get my car sorted out.
Right. Like, is this the project car or is this a different one?
This is the project car.
Oh my
This
god.
is Project Car.
This is
Project Car.
Cars.
I've agreed with the guy who's doing all of the body work.
Steering
I've
wheel.
agreed straight up at that he's gonna do it like over a course of like months. Which like I really ideally wanted it like in and out quick time, like within like a few weeks, but because of his workload, but he said, "Oh, it'll be over like months sort of thing." I was like, "Okay, well, actually, it works out better for me. So now I can just spend money like how I want, rather than being a fucking tight ass to pay like a massive bill. I can just pay it off a little bit." So, henceforth, I think we should go Sunday. I've had enough talk
Henceforth.
henceforth.
about it. I got enough guns and stuff. You can borrow all that.
What have you got, Sam?
I got an ICS M4, Marui MP5K. That's really fun actually. That I've never played that indoors, but that'd be hilarious indoors. It's like straight out the box, like 250 FPS, and it shoots 25 rounds a second.
Yeah, but indoor CQB sites never let you full auto, so like every CQB site is semi-auto only.
Well, that's wank then.
It's funny, the guy one of the guys I replaced, because a few years ago when I started the job, like, that guy left, and he left to like run an airsoft place.
Oh,
I can't
really?
remember
Oh
where it
shit,
was.
really?
Yeah, it's all that I remember. My boss saying was that it was like completely underground in tunnels.
What?
Oh, fucking, is it, I think I know who they're called. Was it like, up, where I live? Like,
It's not near- it's-
In
I think
where I
it's-
live.
It's around here somewhere. It's fairly close.
Find out where it is, I'm coming down.
Like it's all in underground tunnels.
What, in
What
in
the-
the old forts that are on top of Ports Downhill?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. I know
What's
what
it
they're
called?
called.
Where is it? It's Southampton or Portsmouth?
South Coast CQB?
Shruxalo says
I think
Schlep.
so. I'll ask my boss again tomorrow.
Is it South Coast?
Hampshire's
South Coast?
Urban Airsoft. No, South Coast CQB is the fucking.
Kylian says Shlo.
That one's amazing as well, though, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're the one that's in old barracks, right?
What an
they have a
imaginative
few
name.
difference. Yeah, maybe. I think it's in Gosport.
Yeah, South Coast CQB is.
Hey,
is
dude,
one
don't
of the
worry
best
about
ones.
driving next to me for a minute. Just
Yeah, I'll have to ask
park
him.
up and I'll drive over to you.
Combat South as well. That's
I mean,
that's
just
quite,
like I
that's
said, the
quite a
only thing
big
I
one.
remember
They
him
had
saying it's completely underground.
yeah,
Is that it really was?
likely one of those then.
That's cool as fuck. I'm gonna have to come down with my guns.
Mate, there's quite a scene down there. Like, there's about 3 or 4 sites that like, anyone can go to on like any Sunday, pretty much. Within, okay, if you live like within Hampshire, like at least, like, so you're never
Yeah.
really more than like 40 minutes away, which is like a whole day thing. It's
Do you
not-
still have an active Yukara, Sam?
Probably doesn't.
No,
Spies
but I
after a year of not playing.
No, but I was supposed to renew mine at some point this year, but I know the guy in the shop where I go down there, and he owns the site as well, and I've chatted to him quite a lot, so he knows my name on my face. So like I was supposed to get I bought something off him, and it was like a real steel part. He was like, "Oh, I've got your car," and I was like, "Yeah, there you go." He's like, "That's expired, but I can put like an extra month on it now, and then when it's actually you just have to renew it like one day." And I was like, "Okay," so he gave me like a 3 month on it.
Okay.
You just need one game. If you do one game at an airsoft site, you can get it renewed. I don't think you have to do the full 3 again.
If you want to buy a gun, then I'll sort that out and then just buy it for you if you want. Because like,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
literally
just
so
interested in
unregulated.
getting my own license, you know.
Oh, if you want your own
License.
license, it's just 3 games in 2 months or more at the same site.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
But
like,
it can't
I'm
be
just
under 2
interested.
months. Like, if your third game is not, if it's not been 56 days since your first game, and you go for a third, it don't count.
Basically, you just
Go
have
for
to
a
play
fourth.
1 game a month, 3 months, and then you can get one.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. 1 game a
Yes,
month.
Dan, we need to play one game.
Yeah, we can do that.
Unfortunately, you coming up here won't count because it's got to be at the same place.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You would just be coming up here for a laugh.
You'll be playing for fun.
What? That's not allowed. Fun
I
detected.
mean, we'll go Sunday and you can just like test the water.
Which one are you going to go to? Or have you just not really figured that out
I'm gonna be
yet?
pretty interested to see, Sam, you have to, Sam, you have to give me a picture of what gun Aiden decides to buy. I need to know.
Mate,
Yeah.
when I get a Yukara, I'm buying the fucking Pulse Striker from Alien.
That would actually be quite good quality as well, I think. I don't know, I can't remember who makes it. Oh, is it, fucking...
Toys R Us, yeah.
Yeah.
like Action Omni or something like that, like one of the random ones.
I don't know, I've got it saved on my bookmark.
The Alien Pulse Rifle, I think there's only one that's made, isn't there?
If I was to do airsofting, I'd either go with an MP5 or a P90.
Okay, P90.
Oh, Glock.
Pro 90, mate.
I've got a Glock. They are...
There's a
fantastic.
P90 model you can buy that takes M4 mags, like it's literally designed for airsoft, and it's the most like.
I've
Yeah,
seen that thing. It looks so
it's,
stupid
so,
though.
yeah.
The fucking
like,
Stanag adapter.
You know, they realise that airsofters are not like military personnel and would probably struggle to reload a P90 like efficiently. So they're like, here's the slot for an M4 mag. Like, you can probably do that if you played enough COD.
But I want the Weetabix magazine, man.
Oh no,
But you
don't
can
worry.
still
There's
get
only...
it, you can still get
Yeah,
it.
there's like 4 different variations of that. It's just he was just saying there is one out there that has a
Sorry.
Stanag adapter.
Bro, please just park
Sorry,
up.
Sorry. You know, I'm like, I get bored, twitchy.
I would love it if one of them is just like an M16.
Also, we're paying like 15 grand a day on vehicle leasing, just to give you the heads up.
should have gotten that loan and bought all those vehicles.
Running around with that fucking pink, was it M4?
The fucking... Oh god. I mean that's a 2-toner, so you could buy that without a Yukara.
XD.
You just get laughed at on a site if you pull up with 2-tone guns.
Nah, you don't. There's quite a lot of people show up at our site with 2-tones and no one cares.
In that case, it's very snobby.
Yeah, snobbiness. Oh yeah, man. When I played down south,
Very,
people were
very
way more snobby.
pretentious. So
Yeah.
pretentious.
Yeah. Up
So
here, a
they
lot of people have
fucking knew
2-tones because there's a lot of like under 18-year-olds, right? So they can't get a Yukara, but they want to play still. So
Yeah, you just have to be 18. don't
16
you? Is it 16 to have one?
and
I
8.
thought
You
it
have to
was
be 18. Oh, sorry, to have a Yukara. Sorry, yeah, you need to be 18.
18. It is 18, isn't it?
But you can have a 2-tone if you're 16.
Hmm.
Someone has to buy it for you. I think an 18-year-old has to buy the 2-tone gun. But
Yeah,
you can
that's
have a
it, yeah.
2-tone.
What's the difference between a 210 and a...
Half of it's
Like-
painted a really bright
like-
color.
Like it's like if you haven't got a Yukara license, or like I say an airsoft license to bear arms, then
Well, it's not really licensed to bear arms. It's purely
no,
purchasing.
I know, it's just making it.
Yeah.
But like you have to have your gun 25%, like 25% of your gun painted like these
Fisher Price
particular colours.
colors.
It's like
Yeah.
basically
Like orange, effectively,
blue, or yeah, like fluorescent, almost fluorescent.
Here's an example. Just sticking.
There's
it
only
in
like
this
certain
door.
ones. I think it's like blue, a green, an
Blue,
orange.
green,
Hey
or red.
Dave, the
I've seen-
turning
actually, I've seen
circle is going to be a bit
now.
too tight now, so don't worry about it.
And honestly, I think that's 100% fair that they require that. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's to stop people from buying them and trying to rob banks.
yeah.
Basically, all it does is it just gives you like reasonable doubt why you have one.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
a legal defense.
Yeah, like it's very strange the law around it, but it works and it hasn't really been tampered with much, and everyone benefits from it. Like
Yeah.
and actually kind of it's its own little thing. But
I'm all for it because it's like it's not even a UK. Like the government aren't doing it. So like the government's law, the actual law is just simply like if you have one, you need a legal defense, and
it
they
cuts
never.
out like a lot of the bullshit that comes with like misusing a
Yeah.
firearm, but whilst not fucking over the people who invest a lot of interest in the you know,
Well, that's the thing, right?
for
Like,
using it for like a recreational use, like
as it stands, the government isn't like regulating it. It's like an industry regulation. Like the
Yeah.
industry has regulated itself, and because of that, the government don't bother like getting involved, which is
Which-
nice.
Which is good, and you can guarantee the second somebody robs a place with like a fake gun, everything's
Yeah.
gonna be Fisher Price.
No,
thing is,
I mean
the thing is,
happens.
it won't happen because it's so fucking like the regulation on it, like it works. It's a good system. Like you can't buy one if you don't have one of these stupid little numbers.
No, but
Like-
that's the good thing about it. It's like that keeps it so that you can actually do it, right?
Like I'm sure it happens when people like I don't know like track down a shipment of them and take them for like organised crime. But then to be honest with you, if you're committing those sorts of crimes, the chances that you know someone who can actually get you a real fucking gun.
No,
are
it's mainly about
high.
like it's mainly about what you initially said. It's holding places up with them, because to the layman from a distance, right? You can't fucking tell if it's like
Oh, yeah,
real
Oh
or
yeah,
not.
mate. If I pointed my M4 in your face, like most people probably wouldn't argue.
Yeah.
But well, I wouldn't. Because you have no idea. Like there's
Yeah.
like only someone who like any civilian, let's say, and someone who was not even interested in military stuff or like military tech. Or
I know what an
absolutely
M16 looks like. I couldn't tell you which one was like legal,
it was
which
a
one
real
isn't
one or not.
legal. Yeah, because it could be like a real gun,
sorry, Dan.
but it's just a fake M16. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It could be just a whack M16,
yeah,
but I'd still be dead.
no.
You know.
Where?
I mean,
Am
I
I-
suppose the argument you made is why don't you just go paint a real gun half color and everyone think it's not real? But I
Exactly.
mean, that's the thing. Even if you went, the thing is, even if you went on the street with a two-tone airsoft gun, the cops would still fucking come at you with guns.
Yeah.
Like they'd still treat it like a real gun.
Yeah, armed response command.
Yeah, it's good that like just not a lot of abuse has happened really, which has probably prompted them to just because it isn't a big problem. Nobody
It's
cares.
such a- yeah, like because really it's such a niche use. Of it. It's like just and like people just blowing off steam, pretending to be like soldiers, just running around the woods, like basically just being big kids.
Pretty much.
It doesn't really attract. Yeah, I find it interesting how like it's kind of stayed a thing. Like you would think in this day and age that something would 100% be like just chucked out the window straight away.
Nah, people like guns. Like
Yeah, I mean it's true.
people
It's,
like
at least
people
not
just
Australia, where
people just like
airsoft is completely
weapons.
illegal.
Well,
Like, it's funny. One of my Australian mates didn't even know what airsoft was.
because you can airsoft in the Netherlands, but you can also have real guns in the Netherlands, but it's super tightly regulated. Like I
Oh,
think
yeah, you can get real guns here too.
I think
it's just-
I think my dad gave up his gun because it was just the regulation of having to maintain all the licenses and everything for it was ridiculous. So now he just has airsoft guns.
I did the same thing. I sold my gun because it was too much effort. My gun had to stay in England because I couldn't get the right grounds to shoot when I moved to Scotland.
Right.
So
Alright.
it was just kind of like pointless for me to own my actual gun anymore. So I just flogged it.
Yeah, and
And bought airsoft guns.
the air powered gun because he has airsoft guns, but he also has air guns, which are like real guns, but
Yeah.
they're air
like an
guns. Yeah, air rifles.
I've got one of those.
Which they shoot those pellets that can't even penetrate like thick wood, if you know what I mean. They shatter on impact.
They're made
They're,
of
they're,
lead.
like yeah, exactly. They're very soft.
They go through pigeons, alright though. Trust.
Yeah, they're for like birds and vermin and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. I've got one on my back door. I've got a 2-2, and I just occasionally like bird seeds, scatter bird seeds across my lure the wood pigeons down. I'll
Fucking-
shoot them and then fucking de-breast them and eat it. It's so nice.
Hey man, it's practically free wood pigeon.
Yeah.
Seems like work, though,
Shruxilo says Schlep.
right?
Has your dad got land that he shoots on then?
Used to, not anymore.
Christ. I love
Uh,
that so much. I'm such like an outdoors person who sits indoors playing outdoors games.
Kylian says
Oh
Schlep.
yeah.
yeah, we used to have land that we shot on, but not anymore. Hello,
I
darkness.
used to go hunting a lot down in England. It was good fun.
I used to go to the gun, like even when our wealth was waning, we'd go to the gun range and we'd fire, proper guns that stayed at the gun range because fuck me.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that's one problem with the UK's gun laws. I'm all for the way they work, but I don't like that there aren't just like a range you can go to and like pay money to shoot loads of mad guns under
really,
supervision.
there isn't.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
you have to
You,
own.
you have to know people to get in those sort of places. It's all
Right.
private.
You have to own the, like you have to buy the gun and then you're allowed to keep it, stuff like
No,
that.
that was not the case over here.
You can keep the
like-
gun at home. It's just you need
You have to have like
multiple safes and they attach to outside walls only. Fucking police have to come over and investigate, which I don't fucking want. I don't want the cops coming in.
the police have to do like a massive like my mum's cousin is like trying to get hold of like a high powered like a high caliber rifle.
Mm.
And he's had the police come around and they have to like a super background check on you, and, like
Yep.
look around your house and shit, and make sure there's like not even one like suspect hair out of place.
In fairness, I will say,
Makes sense though.
in the interest of gun safety, when I was a kid, right, my dad had a pistol in like a cabinet somewhere, right. So when I was a kid, I managed to like it wasn't loaded, but the thing is, like I managed to fire the gun, and the spark that came from like the wherever the spark at the top comes from. I'm not a gun person. I just shot and fired guns.
Sorry,
but
what was it you were trying to describe?
the effectively the not really exhaust, but the
Oh, the ejection
Chamber?
port.
well, it's not the
Not
it,
where the shells come out.
no, not where the shells come out. It's where the
The
Ex-
The
hammer.
muzzle?
no, it's like where the because it had a hole at the top for where like the
Where it would like vent the excess explosion.
exactly, yeah,
Like a vent.
yeah. I guess it is a vent. Yeah, it had a
They would
vent.
only, okay, that would only be on the end of the barrel, or the gun wouldn't work.
It was
Then there would be nothing propelling the bullet.
because it had something at the top of it, unless I'm misremembering it, which I
That
could
would be
because
the,
I'm
where the
like,
bullets come out when you shoot them, like as in the shell casings.
no, because thing is it maybe,
So
but
you-
it like effectively
you shot it.
effectively a spark came from it
What, so
from
you
that
pulled
area.
the trigger and it
Yeah.
sparked.
Yeah,
That sounds like a misfire.
What?
That's a misfire. Yeah.
So it was loaded.
I don't know if it was, but maybe it
Must
was.
have been, because if you have to like you have to chamber and like cock and draw a gun, so like you should how that works.
I mean,
So
it
if
could be
wasn't- if
double
it wasn't
action.
loaded, like only
but-
unless it has like a usable hammer. Like a lot of guns nowadays just have like you don't have to.
It
You
definitely
have to
did
cock
have
it
a.
like pulling the hammer down.
You didn't have to cock
it
that
doesn't.
one because I definitely did not cock
The
it
double
as a
action,
child.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's double action. There's a lot of guns that are double action. Right? You pull the trigger and it cocks it as you're pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was
But the spark
it was
sounds like
a
misfire.
it was a
That's
pistol.
weird. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Pretty much
That
just
just means that
a spark came out and hit my eye, so I had to
I mean,
deal with that.
Yeah, double action revolver.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not a revolver. It was definitely a shit-looking black pistol.
uh,
This was
what caliber was it? Can you
I-
remember what caliber it
no,
was?
of course. I was like 5 or 6 at this point.
Ah.
No, I cannot remember the caliber of that gun. And that was also that was like one of the first times and the last time I saw that gun around the house, by the way. So
That's it. That's
Hey
usually
Sam, there's a bits of the field that I've missed that are still roads, but like the plants have been taken out. I need to go over them again to get the actual potatoes out of them.
Okay.
because I don't think as a kid I was staring down the barrel, but in fairness, I was a kid and it was like a long time ago. So honestly, like my memory of this is the accuracy of like that memory, aside from the part where I got injured in my eye, everything is kind of like questionable.
yeah,
The details.
fair enough. I
But
did a lot of shooting as a kid. Like my uncle, my granddad, all fucking gun nuts.
yeah, because
The
my
worst thing.
my dad lived in because he's from Suriname, so he lived in like a jungle area, so everybody had guns.
Yeah.
It's just normal for him. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, like, my granddad had like a Lee Enfield from World War II. You know, like
Right.
brought back from the war, and we used to shoot that a lot when I was a kid. And when he died, like, he left it to me, but one fucking bit of paperwork wasn't in order, and the police took it and destroyed it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a fucking like an actual like war relic,
Yeah. So destroyed.
just because
right.
like one fucking bit of licensing lapsed, and they were like, oh, the gun was illegal for 5 days, so it has to be destroyed.
Jesus.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, sometimes with that stuff like that, it's easier to just make that gun magically disappear rather than try and declare it
You
in like
can't
inheritance.
do that here though. Like, all the way the gun registration stuff works is like.
No, you could. You just could never shoot it anywhere.
Yeah,
Well, no. See,
Well-
when you have a gun in your hand,
they
the police
they
have
know,
the right
right?
to come and check it's there still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you're like on file with it and stuff.
Right.
So
So
you
it was
really
it,
can't
it was
make the
it
gun
was it
disappear.
was already registered. It wasn't like to the point where it was like non-registered at one point.
The gun
right?
was registered and stuff. It's just like when
Hey
you
Sam,
die-
I kind of require you now because this thing's 84% full.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, because if it was already registered and like it was part of effectively the house and the address and all that sort of shit, then you can't really make it disappear because they're gonna come looking for it pretty much.
Yeah, it was
But
like.
but
he died,
but if it
like,
was
where's
like
the
a
gun?
if it was like a miscellaneous inheritance artifact that wasn't really like that was like that predates like strict gun regulations.
Flint. It's only like guns that have bullets that aren't like don't get made anymore, are the ones that aren't restricted, like covered by gun laws here.
Right, and
You buy
the
like muskets and shit,
right.
and
What
like
you're gonna do
weird.
is that you can't just keep like repairing it and killing people.
Well, I guess the idea is if you tried to run out and shoot someone with musket, you're not going to get very far since you have to be pretty close, and you have to sit there like stuffing gunpowder down the
Hold
barrel.
on a second, I have to reload.
And then the other types of guns are like weird guns where they
I
just
mean,
don't make the ammo anymore, so you just sort of can't.
A flintlock. You could still make the ammo and operate a flintlock.
You can, but like I guess the idea is that you're not going to get very.
I
Start
mean,
shooting with a flintlock
maybe
pistol.
you're not, but I mean, what consolation is it to the guy that you fucking pirate killed?
Yeah,
with
but
the
then you're kind of
flintlock?
getting down that slippery slope of like, oh, what? You stab someone
Yeah,
with it,
just do
right?
I know, but it's just a
Yeah,
funny
we do.
idea to me.
Yeah, I get yeah. Could you just imagine though, like a guy robbing a bank, he just like comes in a full red coat and a big musket, and he's like, "Stand and deliver!" and just like,
Dude, you're
Blasting
kind of
smoke
counting me off in
everywhere.
the field. Just lengthways, get this over with.
Because making bullets for those, for the
You might want to slow time down a bit now as well.
making
God.
ball pellets is incredibly easy. Like you can make like a home made like forge or crucible technically is what it is,
yeah.
and then you just have to pour it into a bucket of water, effectively like drip it into a bucket of water, and there you go, you have a lead ball.
Yeah.
So
I think like muskets, you could even shoot whatever the fuck you want, really. If it's in the barrel, it will go out again.
yeah, but obviously a ball is easy to make, and
Yeah.
like what if we try a tetrahedron and shoot that?
Shoot cubes.
D20.
Nah, shoot a D20.
There's a crit.
You just pull the trigger and like,
them out of the musket.
yeah, it would like shatter into a million little pieces. It'd be a really nasty plastic butt shot.
Shoot it and
When
say,
we
like,
were,
"Oh,
when we were kids, aka when I was a kid, we'd have what's called a pluff, which is effectively an air rifle made from, it's made from like I don't know what kind of fucking tubing it is. It's like some, it's thin because it's like the diameter is so that like a nut can fit into it.
Was it like a potato gun or something?
No, because the diameter was where like a chestnut or something could fit into it.
Similar idea though, right? Like it's
Because that's what you fire. Yeah, exactly. It's a similar idea. The way you fire it is effectively you put the chestnut in one end. The chestnut you kind of force it in, and then it creates a seal, and then you have like a stick or something at the other end, and you obviously you increase the pressure with the stick, and the chestnut is gonna be the thing that breaks before the stick does, and then you shoot it like a gun, and it
We used
works.
to have potato guns when we were kids.
I had a bow and arrow when I was a kid,
Nice,
made from bamboo.
I still got a recurve bow in my room actually.
Fancy
only draws
recurve
to-
bows.
It only draws to like 30 foot-pounds, so you'd have to be pretty close so it doesn't
If you
shoot that
don't, if you
far.
don't really maim,
Fuck man.
Oh no, I think I could kill someone if like up to 40, 50 meters.
with what? Sorry.
His eyes.
His looks.
My leg.
Fucking Aiden, both of us on the same track. No, what with? Sorry, Sam.
I was just saying about my recurve bow. Draws to 30 foot-pound,
Oof.
which is not like, which is nothing really.
Still strong, man. like you're saying,
with
yeah,
the
you
right
kill
arrow.
someone.
The right arrow, I think you can put someone
Yeah.
down.
It's the same with like air rifles. You can kill people with air rifles, and people act like they're toys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh no, they're so dangerous.
Yeah, they're
Shruxolo
illegal.
says
They're
Shalou.
treated like real guns in Scotland now.
Are they?
Yeah, so I had to get rid of. Well, I didn't get rid of my air gun. It's just
Valiant says
in
Shlip.
England, but like yeah.
Yeah, I personally think air rifles are a very good solution to like gun enthusiasts wanting what is effectively a real gun, but is in military
is a real gun.
in military sense completely tactically worthless because of the pumping that it requires.
Well, do you remember the not all air guns are like that? You can get ones that just have cans of CO2.
Right. Okay.
You can get like PCP rifles that can hold like 10.
That are on drugs.
It's still the same. It's still the same like
Got my
caliber.
DMT rifle.
Yeah.
Shoot me
You
with that.
You shoot it and then go into like an alternate reality. A different dimension.
I'll send you
Shoot
to
with
the
your
next.
Like
DMT
commit
rifle.
suicide with it.
I'll send you to the next dimension. Yeah, no, because the air rifles that my dad has, I think, have like a shit pump with them that you have to pump them up with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All those kind. Yeah.
It's like the guns that have been in my family's possession have changed throughout the years, like continuously. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
which ones are the ones that we have right now? It's the ones that are under his bed right now, pretty much.
I know the ones you're like you're on about. They're actually quite interesting guns, really, because it's like basically a
Pneumatic,
bike
right?
pump that shoots a fucking lead like pellet out of it at the end of it all. They're quite cool. Like the way they're designed is really like interesting. Like bearing in mind it's still designed to kill like varmint, vermin.
Yeah, and
You
varmint.
varmint?
And varmint.
It's interesting the way you arm like that type of equipment.
Hi, how far do you want to be with this place? Because the main lot is done.
That'll do, mate. Let me get the rest out of that.
Yeah, give me 2 secs, sir.
Oh, mate, don't worry about these stragglers. It's super not worth it.
Okay. Well, we got like 22 potatoes in this thing, so
Is that
there you
empty?
go. It's empty.
You know? Oh, it's because you're going to those other ones.
Which guns? Haven't touched the gun in like how many years now? Fucking
How full is that thing?
12 years or something. Haven't touched the gun.
I find something called a GP rifle or general purpose
Yeah,
rifle.
I looked at that one and like I found out the actual name for it, but then I forgot because it's been a while. 'Cause that the general purpose rifle is not its name.
It was the destination it was given to us in cadets, so
GPMG,
might be. I don't know.
General Purpose Machine Gun.
Oh yeah, it's
They
like
made
one. It's oh yeah, it's the bullpup. It's the L like 80.
L85.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
It's the one that the British made.
Well,
someone-
we made it
someone-
badly,
someone
and
put,
the Germans fixed it for
Yeah,
us.
well, you know, I mean,
Carl,
baby
did you post
steps.
that video about one?
Yeah, I did.
It's a forgotten weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone loves a bit of
That's not a
forgotten
GPMG though.
No, that is the GP rifle that Rusty was talking about.
Ah, right.
weapon. Yeah, it's this a.
Yeah, it's the standard British one, pretty much. I think you use like a later version of it now. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh yeah, no, the OG version like got phased out before like most of us were born.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's probably the reason why I was using it.
Yeah, the cadets will get the shittier versions, but the UK government had to get H&K to fix the SAE because it was so bad.
Heckler and Koch.
Right. You would have had the L22 if you were in cadets, I think. It's like a bolt action version of it, kind of.
Fucking bolt action.
Yeah, they give the
Yeah.
cadets like one where it's not like you have to bolt the gun.
Did they specifically make it like versions of it that are
It's
bolt
like
action.
it's a training gun,
Yeah,
right?
that's what it's
Right.
for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They made it as a training gun. It isn't like
Yeah,
a.
they wouldn't have deployed
Okay.
anyone with a bolt action.
Well, yeah.
assault
I mean,
Yeah,
this is
everyone-
the,
Yeah, because some of the really old cadets and stuff were allowed to use the fully automatic one, but like
this is
I
the
wasn't.
this is the
Like,
British
I
Army
was
we're
like,
talking
no
about. Yeah.
asshole, you get the bolt action version.
Did you have it with the SUSAT sight on, or like that? Really
I think it was
terrible...
Stein sights.
Okay.
I mean, this is the British Army we're talking about. Like, if any major power would do it, it would be the British that send a man into like Iraq with a fucking bolt action or something.
Yeah, like. Well, it worked in fucking like World War Two.
Hey man, they're actually, well, I mean, you say it worked in World War II. In World War One, they were already fucking phasing that shit out because they, but again, they fucking understood that machine guns are the thing that actually like wins wars, rather than like rifling.
You can shoot the most bullets wins.
They were like longer, shorter. Like, you know, fucking who the fuck's gonna kill somebody from like half a kilometer away?
Crack out the longbow, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the look of those guns, those old cartridge like top loaders when they were starting to really like try and innovate on the way guns are reloaded, pretty much.
Not had a desert yet, have we?
No. But, you know, chances are we won't have to walk a quadrillion miles to find it.
That's what the World Gen challenges us.
Yeah, I've just been mining, by the way. Like, I haven't really been building or doing anything, because mining I find very relaxing in this game.
I'm trying to make my house not look stupid.
I don't know what I do when what I'll do when like like my dad inevitably dies and I have to deal with his firearms.
You can probably just like
Definitely shoot all of them at least once.
get them like make sure they're like transferred to you in the will or whatever,
Yeah.
and then sell them if you don't want them.
Yeah,
Better than having the police take them away.
pretty much. I might keep one.
We have 3% to
That's-
completion. Sam?
The thing with my grandfather was like basically because the Lee Enfield wasn't like signed over while he was still alive. It like that's why the police had to take it.
Right. After
So obviously it'd be different. It might be different in the Netherlands, but
it might be because I think by default it might go to the son. Like all his possessions depends. I have to look at it because he definitely left me like pretty much all his stuff, but we'll see what that's about.
That probably won't be for a while though, will it?
He's 67, so he's not super old, but he's definitely not super young. Yeah, my parents had me quite late, so
how old are you?
I am 23.
You got any older brothers and sisters then?
Nope, I am an only child.
Alright.
Damn, then you'd be quite late then.
Yeah.
My dad's just hit the I'm
Your dad said what? Sorry.
my dad just hit 60
Right.
and I'm 28. I think that's like kind of the average.
Yeah, like roughly that when you're like approaching your 30s.
Yeah, like mid-20s, isn't it?
Yeah, but my dad's like almost 70, pretty much.
Oh, this texture pack is doing my eyes in. Holy shit.
Reese and I do actually have to go fight all these little straggly bits.
No, you don't.
Well, with 97% complete.
Yeah, but I've got 46% of a train load on me.
Okay.
I have like 55,000, nearly 56,000 potatoes on board.
Oh shit.
Okay. If a lightning strike hits
I'm
my house,
pretty sure
the entire thing is going to
3%
be
would be
set on fire. Holy shit.
covered.
The entire what's gonna be set on fire
My house.
when
Why?
lightning strikes?
Fire?
Because it's wood or what?
It's completely made out of planks at the moment.
Yeah,
How
but
did it set on fire?
The thing is, literally it only lightning strike.
I know, it's a joke, right? Like, well, as you said that though, sometimes, well, sometimes. Like, rarely, like, fires can start from thunderstorms.
God, do you remember when fires just kind of spread with impunity in Minecraft? Like, as in, like, they wouldn't, like, go out very easily. Like, once you started a big forest fire, it was kind of like the end of that forest,
The end of your FPS.
pretty much. But yeah, no, guns. Guns and cars are, like, two things that I don't really, like... I can take them or leave them, really. I don't really care about those things.
Oh, okay. We got another 14k out of that. That's good. Did you want to jump on Minecraft for a bit, Sam?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like, everyone else is playing Minecraft. I don't want to be the guy that hoards you.
I think it might be because
Shruxalo says Sova. Shruxalo says.
Oh, you don't come on there either.
Kylian says Sova.
Huh?
Do you not want to go on Minecraft?
Not really. It doesn't really interest me.
Shruxalo says
Oh,
Schlep.
okay, we can do another field if you want.
You should probably check it out, Fields.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kylian says Slope.
They'll be done because I've sped time up slightly and that took way longer than I.
Yeah, I think it's because my dad was super into guns and
Shruxalo
like,
says Sova men sleep in Swedish according to Google XD.
I don't speak Swedish.
I know, I just like, was gonna like, Google different,
That really confused me for a sec. It's
Oh,
Like,
14's ready to harvest, dude.
Yeah.
my dad was into guns and I don't speak Swedish.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh,
Aiden
I
is
see.
like- Aiden is like-
You can do the harvesting for 14 if you want.
This is just realize I'm suffering from dementia early onset dementia. No, like, cause he was super into guns and cars and all that sort of stuff, or he is super into guns and cars and all that sort of stuff, and I kind of could take it or leave it at that age, and
fair enough.
kind of still can take it or leave it. Though I like guns because they're part of history, really. That's the main reason why I like them.
I find them very, like, you know, how they work interesting, but I'm not really up for killing people. That's why I like
No.
airsoft so much, right?
No,
Because it's like, you
yeah.
use the guns like a gun, but no one gets, like, killed, so it's
Yeah.
all Gucci.
I'm on it, Dan.
I also enjoyed shooting guns at the gun range. It's just not something I think I'd go out of my way to do myself.
If I had room in my actual room, I'd actually probably have cool shoots and hand grenades or whatever, just to fire guns and
yeah.
stuff, because I love that game.
Oh, I love that game so much. That's like one of the things I play the most in VR.
And you've seen my room, in fact you've been in my room, you know how tiny my room is.
Good, mate. You like
How-
have had
how
the
small is
seated
it?
experience, yeah.
Mate, stand up as well, like, the Oculus
Just
Rift lets you
face
play
away from your
it up.
screen. Like that's what you got to do.
If you don't buy a Vive, you can play in small spaces. It's
We can
just
play
the
small
Vive
spaces
that-
with Vive.
Yeah, but it ain't as good. Like, is in the controllers kind of make the whole turning around in a fixed position really awkward on a Vive.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like, whereas like something like the Rift, you have like a joystick, so you just it's a lot easier to do the standing experience. I found. So you could VR in a small room.
I should probably jump in the car.
I mean, you might have a bit more space if you ever sorted out your board game corner, you know, or mountain.
I doubt that.
Is it bad?
It's fairly bad. It's like holding up half the room.
Oh my god.
It's a
Like
corner
board
of my
games.
room.
Like the council have come round and made it a part of the structural integrity of the house.
Is it
Don't
really that
believe
bad?
these fucking scandalous lies.
You're gonna have to prove it now.
It takes up like a small corner of my room.
How big is your room though? Like,
Not very big, in all honesty. That's the issue. Like,
Like a
from my computer to my bed, and like none of the stuff is maneuverable. It's about maybe a meter. It's not that long or that big, so maybe 2 meters. I don't know. Like moving about basically isn't an option. Like it would need to be like a sitting/standing experience for me.
Yeah. It's not, honestly, like, it's not too bad standing experiences for a lot of games. Things like H3 are just fine. But obviously, like, I can appreciate you might not want to drop money on a VR headset to have like a subpar experience.
Yeah, when I get another house, VR room and indoor gym are like the two highest
Hey, man.
priorities. Like they're above like fucking kitchen and bedroom type of priorities.
Like VR and Beat Saber, there's your exercise.
You know what you need is like a
Well, the gym.
Dude,
I'm
bed.
I'm pretty sure the gym and the VR room would probably be the same place.
Yeah. Like tripping over weights in VR, you know.
Yeah.
I would love a VR room. I'm gonna be buying a house in the next couple of years.
Where?
With a bunch of mates, like a bunch of commies. But we're basically gonna have a commune. It's gonna be great.
Right.
But there's gonna
Moving
be a
in.
VR room.
Moving in.
Moving in. Yeah, you coming up?
These
Wanna come
vehicles
join
are
the
costing
commune?
us
Hey
15k
man,
a day,
hey man,
dude.
you say that. Sometimes it's a really good idea because if you buy a house
Absolutely.
with four people, that is super cheap, and it's
I'm all about communal living,
and
right?
it's
Like,
it's better quality than any apartment that you're gonna get most likely.
I can't live alone. It's just not me.
Really,
They're fucking mental. Yeah.
I love living alone. I don't
I've
mind.
got, like,
I don't mind the company of others, but
that's the thing, like living with people but still having like your own space, right? So like I
Yeah.
can still be alone, not be interrupted or whatever.
I enjoy complete isolation.
Oh, I can't do that.
Isolation. Yeah, don't worry about the cost of that. I'll turn it down for real time.
Like Sam loves living with
Okay.
his business stuff, don't you, Sam?
What I'm thinking is
Were
that,
you
like,
quoting
I
the
think
money
it is
fucking
literally
food?
the harvesters that's costing us the most in rent. If it's cotton gets us a lot of money, we might want to just buy the harvester and rent the rest, you know?
Yeah, we just paid 15 grand.
I know.
Like, we just
Like,
made
we're paying
like,
yeah, but we're paying 15 grand every day. When we were doing those potatoes, we paid that twice, so we
my
already paid
God.
30 grand.
oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh, it's because the time was faster,
yeah.
so that our fields would go quicker. But I turned it down to real time.
Like, do you already have like a large property that your guys are eyeing up, Andy?
I mean, we're not going to do it for a couple of years, but we were looking around.
Right. Because I assume
seeing
the
what we get.
mortgage you can negotiate when you have 4 men is pretty good, right?
Well, the thing is a lot of banks are a bit funny about for unrelated people wanting to take out a mortgage together because they're still a bit traditional, you know.
Well, they shouldn't.
My
They should have.
married,
They should have. They
basically.
should have thought about that when they fucking
And 'cause
tanked the
it's back-
economy.
It's not very good collateral either, because it's like 4 friends or whatever can just fall out and move out.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone
there's
else is
definitely, like-
stuck to pay with it. Like, it's high risk for a bank to do that.
Yeah.
That
So I
that
will probably have to have it as just 2, and then, you know,
and
the
get
people I'm
that,
doing it with, we have a very intense level of trust, right?
get gay married to to get into like a gay polygamous marriage to appease the bank.
You don't say things like that because one of the guys fucking wants to marry me. Don't even start. Like,
Wow.
Ugh. I said it would be a commune, but not like a sex cult commune.
Yeah, like sex cult.
Just more like video games and weed. I think that's kind of where we're going.
Just have like a dedicated like sexual relief room
The
full of porn mags and iPads.
sex swing.
Just a hole in the wall.
Toilet door.
Nah, dude, the hole in the wall is like on the street, and you know anyone can just come along.
I mean, you can't run a business without a license.
You got a license.
Both our fields are ready, Sam. So once it's full, I'll drag it over, sort of thing.
Like, mad, there's no trees out here, but I've cut them down, but not replanted.
I had like a bunch of saplings. It's no good. I think it's like
Yeah, I got a load of saplings, but like I just didn't plant after cutting down all the trees, and just annoyed there's no trees.
fuck. I'm gonna come back and it's gonna deforest the whole region.
Mate, there's like only birch trees here.
Unbelievable.
Like, can you actually? Do you want to come over and critique the shape of this house? Like, it's very basic, but
Sure.
it's not finished, obviously.
man.
Critique.
Critique. It's gonna have more shape later, but like it's getting like planned down.
What are you building? Like exactly?
A house.
Yeah, well, like like a castle house or a manor
No,
house.
no, no.
It
like,
looks like the footprint that I saw when I walked over to deliver some more stone was of a manor house.
Yeah, I've done away with that idea now.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Never mind. The information I have is faulty.
because I kept staring at it. 'Cause I was
Are
trying
the
to...
kids who shout fake news these days, pal?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Griefer.
I am building house.
Like I literally like I heard because like the thing is I'm 23, right? And then there's like these I guess they're kids relative to me, even though it's not really that big an age difference. They're like 16 or something, and apparently just saying the word vomit right now is like saying like it's like saying dang, or I don't know, like oh geez that sucks. They just say vomit. They're like
Oh really?
yeah.
That's weird. People, what?
Yeah, they just say
Yeah.
they just say spuug, which is slang for vomiting in Dutch, which is it's like the vomiting emoji. I think is where they're getting it from.
That sounds like a
Oh.
variation of when they say like, oh, you said it's ill.
Yeah, but it's bad though. It's not ill as in good.
Bad meaning bad or bad meaning good?
Bad meaning bad meaning bad.
Hey man, this
might
might
be
it's
a mistake.
negative slang. to
The-
make shit.
negative bad.
The devaluation of the pound is ill, yo.
Yeah. Vomit.
Blech.
Vomit emoji. That's funny.
This is nice. I really like the outline. It's
Like,
very
I've
wooden.
got like a double
Very-
staircase at the back.
It's very wooden, Aiden.
Yeah, that's a complete template. I'm gonna like drill
it's-
that in right now.
Aiden,
That is,
it's very wooden.
it's completely a template, mate.
Hey, Aiden, where are you actually?
I'm just coming up.
Carl, what are you insinuating?
Aiden.
We should trade him some
Yeah.
cheap for his wood or something?
It's very wooden.
Oh, it was so
Okay,
you
okay.
for not.
Like, I got this little alcove or whatever. And if you come in here,
Yeah.
it turns into a double staircase. So like,
Oh,
I've got
wow.
a big window here.
It's beautiful. You know
Obviously
what?
that goes down the other side.
You know what this place needs? A
A bit of light.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Does it need
And then-
fire, Carl?
Yeah, no, it is quite nice.
Just gonna put like a standard roof on it, like a chimney.
Though
and maybe an attic.
the way you have the staircase is inverse to how a lot of buildings have the staircase.
Yeah, because I was gonna have like a central staircase that splits
Yeah.
in two, and then go into like a balcony top area. But like I kept staring at the.
Oh, we're good to go.
How to?
Or are you just trying to wake me up?
So I'm gonna have rooms.
Look.
But like this,
It's only at 42%.
like this, or what?
Well, no. So like have the staircase like here,
Right,
and it'll go up like here, go up to the ceiling. sort
right,
of
right.
thing.
Yeah, because that's how
Like
what you
this.
that's what you think of. Because then you have like the front space like more empty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I was like staring at the staircase for ages, didn't know how to incorporate it. So I was gonna
Right.
have a few rooms here, and like, this is gonna be a hallway here, which turns around the corner.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like whatever. So like pretend that there's gonna be like a wall here. There's gonna be like a wall here sort of thing. There's gonna be like a hallway goes round, and then like some small rooms, and upstairs will be expanded.
I guess what you can do is this is what I do is I dig a line to indicate where a room is, because that's easy.
Yeah.
That way you can easily see where rooms begin and end.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because what I was doing, I was just putting like planks of wood in the ground, like for like where doors are gonna be, sort of thing.
Right. So is,
But, like-
is this going to be like a room then, like this, for example?
Yeah, or it might go up to the line of the door, you know, because like, then there'll be like a wall here, a wall here.
It's going to be very. I mean, maybe it won't be cramped, but it feels
I
like
mean,
it's gonna
I probably won't put one here, like that small. We might go up to this line,
Be... Right. Okay.
but I'm just like I said, I don't know what to do with the space, really.
I mean, you could have a fireplace, like legitimately.
Yeah, good. Like just put a bit of netherrack or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I might even use the bottom of this open plan and just have. I don't know, to like you walk in and see like you just got like walk immediately, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I like come in and do crafting and whatever.
Yeah, I think the outside looks really good.
garden here with like
What is this? Aiden not
Oh, what
building
the
a
hell?
square house?
what?
Oh, I hear
He's not
I
building a
I hear
huge-
somebody throwing shade.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I've seen what Martin builds. It's like fucking like autism level, you know. It's very nice saying what Martin.
Kylie
You
and
just, you
Ted
just call me an artist.
No, it says autism level what you build.
Yeah,
They call you-
he's calling you on the spectrum.
Yeah, I'm saying you're like good level in the spectrum.
How is autism level a good level?
Oh, there's an Enderman.
Like, yeah, this guy's building skills.
Autistic.
Learning disability.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
man.
well, goodbye.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's teleported off because it's day.
Oh right. Oh, you just planted some trees. I see. This is a nice little. Oh, it's that river. Right. Oh yeah. Oh I was gonna suggest that when you build the library, you build it like somewhere equidistant to Sam, me, and you. Like
Well, I was
in-
gonna
in,
just,
like the
Probably
city.
turn one of the houses in the
Yeah.
village into it until I find more diamonds because I was gonna have like a
You
little.
building a library?
Well, yeah,
the
for
enchanting
like
table.
the enchanting. Right inside the
Oh.
village. Right.
Because yeah, because I was gonna also like later down the line have like wings of the house that like where that staircase is, it like come outwards and like down like one side.
Right.
Maybe have like a
Oh, creeper.
enchanting tower or something.
Hold on. I got him.
Okay, okay.
Oh, well, never mind. I don't got him. Jesus Christ. That was dumb. I was gonna try and light him on fire. Because that way he dies without having to get close to him. If you know what I mean. I like how you put in a foundation for like,
Yeah, it's a waste of dirt put in.
a waste of dirt.
Mate, dirt is hard as come by at the moment.
Alright. Well, it probably is. Okay, I'm gonna go and
Alright.
look. I'm gonna look at what I need to do for my fucking terrible house.
Go judge Sam's house.
Sam has a floor, I think. That's what
I've
Sam
not
has,
actually seen
yeah.
his house yet.
We can actually go look at it together, whatever is left of it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, what do you mean whatever's left of it?
Yeah, is it made of wood? You're gonna accidentally flint and steel it.
No, it's perfect.
Well, good luck. Mine's made out of fucking chisel stone.
Accidentally TNT it.
Oh, can I not huff and puff and blow it down? No, I
Where
just
does Sam live?
directly across from you.
Oh, it's east versus west, isn't it?
Yeah.
I live on the. What do I live on the east side?
You're west side, are you?
No, I'm west side. Yeah.
East side.
Hi, West Side.
is the
West Side.
Oh, what? Yeah, this is definitely Sam. This is all
So what?
freaking stone block
Yeah,
century.
Sam loves stone blocks and stone walls.
Love castles.
Stealing the
Fortresses.
dirt.
I like your farm. I like the layered farm.
Ah, cool.
See your
jump on the farm.
pumpkins. Yeah, I like it. It's aesthetically. So, what, are you gonna live in the wooden house?
No, that's just like a farm. That's like a farm shed with like
Oh, okay.
a barn on the back of it that I'm gonna put hay in, but it's like communal, so
Right.
you just like get in there and get food and shit.
Get in there.
Get over here.
And I live, Aiden.
Right.
I pretty much live nowhere because I really haven't been. I've been gathering resources rather than. Hey, look, I have a farm.
Who dug like their ladder?
I
Like,
have a
in
farm.
the-
What
nice.
do you mean ladder?
There's like a ladder that goes into like a pool of water
Is that
Where?
fucking Dean?
over here.
Huh?
A ladder that goes into a pool of water.
Yeah, over here. I'll show you.
Dean started a thing on that world as well. I wonder if he lives under the village, doesn't he?
Is that the entrance to Dean's sewer?
Maybe, yeah.
It's over here. I didn't go in it because I was getting some spruce wood at the time. Look, right there, look.
He did say that he was like playing like a rat or something. What was he saying?
Skaven.
Yeah, it's right
Skaven,
there,
Yeah. He should be Skaven.
No, I did not build this. Did Dean build this?
I'm gonna investigate it.
Let's
Gonna
investigate.
be
This,
fucking TNT
this is some Shadow of Israfel stuff.
Oh, what the hell?
Right,
There's
damn,
like a
that,
lone door at the
that
end.
field got us 69% of this machine. We
Cat corridor in it.
Where are you guys?
Do you want me to
We're in.
take it or what?
Is this where Dean lives?
I have no
this,
idea.
This must be where Dean lives.
get it to 100.
It's not anywhere anyone else
Okay.
lives. That's for sure.
Do you want to do the next
Yeah,
one?
it's Dean because he's got puffer fish.
Nah,
and stuff.
I'm good.
I'm gonna leave him a present.
Hey, I did all the potatoes.
He's got like Look what he's done with his trees up here. He's put like jack-o'-lanterns in the trunk of them. It looks so strange.
Oh my god. Are we just judging him now?
Yeah.
What hit?
Okay, hold on. I've got a. Oh wow, this is some weird ass shit. Hold on. I know exactly what I need to do. Give me a second.
Is it Dean's placed it?
Yeah, it was Dean's place, definitely.
Oh man.
Ah,
Oh wait, is there something on top?
I fucked up.
Oh, he's got like a house on top. Oh no, that's part of the village. Okay. That's interesting.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh, did you join again, mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is somebody's house, dude. Like, I don't think we got right away here.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
park
shit,
vehicles
I
here and
fell.
shit. We just can't change anything.
I'm thinking at some point we should probably buy field 2. Increase bullshitness.
Yeah, it's pretty good size field, isn't it? How much does it work?
Like
Wow, how much
200k.
does it cost? Oh, really? Oh, that's not too bad.
We need to go deeper.
We could
No,
probably
we,
buy
we probably ought to buy our equipment first, though.
Right,
Oh.
right. So Aiden, so I did a thing to Dean's field.
I still be doing something.
Are you still around, Aiden?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you fuck. Unbelievable. Well, you'll never get to see it now, I guess.
Take a screenshot. Oh shit. Hello, mine.
Bonjour.
I offered him watermelon. He didn't take it. Unbelievable. Are you?
Are we gonna leave the rest of the cotton inside the actual thing if it doesn't get to another 100?
Hmm?
Are we gonna leave?
No,
We should make
sell
a
it.
foundation for this.
Okay.
Make a foundation.
Yeah, out of stone bricks or
Yeah,
concrete.
I did start doing that, but then I just was paralyzed by customization afterwards because I was trying to. I put this like massive like stone foundation down. Then I tried to like build the interior with a staircase, and it just just didn't know what I was doing.
The thing is, the foundation, you can just make like one block foundation, and it looks too bland like this.
Well, yeah, like it's not going to continue looking like this. It's just a stencil, you know. Then they're going to replace the blocks with how it's going to look, you know. So like corners will be tree trunks, for instance, you know. This is just like template.
I mean, putting the door up one block is.
Yeah, I put like I didn't have a plant, so I put like some dirt and a tree, because a small tree kind of looks like a plant in Dean's house, because that's a suitable housewarming gift. And I turned his field into a swastika.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Martin. So like have the door there and then have a floor level.
Because then the windows are too low. If they're like just like this, windows are too low.
Yeah. No, I don't normally like have the houses raised up like that. It's always like ground level, but
First, I put my house up for 5 blocks off.
Well, you should
Yeah,
probably make a
yeah.
gate where your place
that's
is.
the
Aiden.
work shed. Sorry, what?
You should probably make a gate where your place is.
Yeah, I haven't incorporated it into the thing yet. I was going to do like a little fence, but then
Oh yeah, I can show you my place now. After we got sidetracked.
yeah, I saw your farm where it was.
Yeah, that is my farm. I have the farm animals, so
Oh, what have you got?
everything
Hey, someone nicked
yeah.
my stone.
Oh, except for
Buy
except
some off you.
except for like I need a second pig. I thought I had a second pig, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
But pigs are the least valuable.
I might have to trade you for a pair.
What do you want to trade? Do you have like iron?
Pair of pigs.
Of course I've got iron.
All right. Yeah, all right.
You don't build a castle when you haven't got any iron, Kyle. Jesus.
All right, sure.
Oh, you could.
You have a stone cutter?
Yeah, I do. It's in my house.
Oh, did you miss somebody cotton there?
What's in the work shed, you know?
Oh, no, I haven't missed any cotton.
Okay, the map just didn't update. Alright.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cut it in a way that I can roll a split and still do it.
Yeah, I get you.
Also, Aiden, I've been farming sugarcane like at a rate of knots.
Oh god, I actually need some. Like, I've got like 20 left.
I have 2 stacks in a bit.
Okay.
What else was I going to do? Let me
Are you
say
able
that.
to like farm cows effectively?
Yes.
Cool, because we need more leather for books.
Yeah, I just need to like I need to actually get onto the micro part of doing that. Hold on.
Yeah. What car? Mine?
I found iron
You found iron?
in my workshop.
Excuse me, you found that on my property? Like, I need like 75% tax.
Well, I mean, technically your property ended right
No,
here.
it goes to bedrock,
So
mate. You know.
everything past that torch right there is mine.
There's a new limit boundary. You know, it ever
I'm
expands.
gonna put limits down in my house.
Limits down in my.
I mean, not saying that you have full iron on, but you have. full iron
Shruxalo
on.
says Schlub.
Oh yeah, I've got enough iron.
Why, you don't even have a bed for me, Aiden?
No, you came invading this area. You know.
Alright, well,
Kylian says Slep.
I don't actually know if I have any spare wool. No, I don't.
Kylian says
No.
Slep.
I'm just gonna go rack some.
Kylian says Schlubber.
Okay, this might not take as long as I thought it
Yeah,
might.
bro.
This hill's not that much bigger. It's bigger.
Yeah,
But it's
like
not
that,
really-
that potato stuff probably took longer in all honesty. It's kind of annoying. But
Yeah, that was a big field, but
Okay, so that one's already bred, I guess.
Shruxalo
the
says
value
Schlub
of
crap.
cotton's going down there.
yeah, it will do.
I really.
Mage Toad says I'm Schleep.
So,
Kylian says we schlooped.
Oh, stop hitting me with shovels.
Yeah, I'm breeding more cows now. I need to get like there's so much to do, so much to see, so much longer when something, you know that song, right, Martin? It's like your national anthem or something.
What?
What?
So much to do. What's wrong with taking
Well,
the
that sounds
back?
like the,
Taking the back street. Yeah, there we go.
that sounds like the Shrek theme tune.
Because it is.
There's
Ah.
Canadian national anthem.
That is exactly what the song is called as well. Shrek theme tune. Yeah.
I'll start. Nah.
Shrek theme song.
Shrek main theme.
Shrek OP. It's part of the
Ah.
Shrek OST,
Ah.
you know.
Why is Aiden dying?
I've been poisoned.
10 questions signed still can't.
So is Martin gonna like live in your basement or something?
I bloody hope not. I've contracted Canadians in my basement.
So they just randomly went up in flames, you know why?
Contracted of cave Canadian.
Ah! If I did like a breadcrumb of like maple syrup bottles, it will leave.
Like, Aiden, I fucking looked at your house.
Yeah, I'm coming. I saw your farm, and then
Yeah.
you said like, you probably live nowhere, but
Well, I do live somewhere, but it's like I wanted to see how pathetic it is. As this fucking ladybug just flew into my face. Do you want to die?
No,
how
don't.
many spots has it got?
Are you challenging me?
Are you challenging me? Okay, so where do you live? I saw
hold
like the villager you had hostage.
on. Look at the farm. I don't have him hostage.
I mean, okay, so this is the farm, yeah?
This is the farm, and now you go through these doors. And you see, apparently there's a renegade sheep over there. Then you go through here.
Oh my god, multi-level. This is the
area.
entrance. This level. Ladder. Oh, okay.
And
Oh.
this is pretty much the view that I'm hoping to encapsulate. Are you
Oh,
fucking
yes.
checking out my stuff?
No, I'm just seeing what you got in that lone chest.
Why is there a sewer in the river?
That's Dean's place.
That's
I think.
Dean's house.
It's
I see what you mean when you
house.
say you can see my place from here.
Yeah, you know? Because I can see your place from here. That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin your view.
I mean, you'd have a hard time doing that.
It's already ruined.
Hey, son, let me know when I need to pick up the bell, man. I'm browsing Reddit in the meantime.
Your arrival has already plummeted property value in the area, Martin.
We can probably get rid of that, like,
That'd be any
post on
second,
top
mate.
of the
Right now.
portal as well, because I think we never
Let's
really
go
did
agree to disagree. I think my arrival has made interest rates go up.
You haven't even like accepted my watermelon slice. Like, it's
That's
unbelievable.
because I'm an independent woman who needs no man.
Right? Needs no watermelon either.
I don't need no water man.
Didn't realize a watermelon was was a tool of the patriarchy.
Don't patronize me with your watermelons. I stole someone's iron, so I hope you don't mind.
I mean, they
Who's?
probably do.
I don't know.
Probably
I
aliens.
need to go delete a Canadian.
Nah, it wasn't Aiden's. Oh, I just realized I don't have sticks to use my iron with.
Oh, fuck it. Sticks are one of the rarest resources in Minecraft, so you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
But if you give me all your iron, I'll give you a single stick. Because I'm such a nice guy.
The last stick on the server.
Sayus Merashi. I'm gonna use these trees that Aiden obviously planted over here.
But whilst they're still saplings, you're gonna harvest them.
Oh, some of them.
Martin.
What's up?
Replant them.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Fucking
I'm
replant
just gonna
them.
break it.
Kill them.
Canadians.
Watch, see? About 5 logs. That's gonna last me for like 3 Minecraft days.
Like this time, Sam, I'm gonna try not get this thing stuck in anywhere.
Should be alright. Did you like use the operator mode on the trailer to actually like drag it out?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you should be fine then.
No, but you don't understand. I like to drive fast, and when you drive fast with this thing, that's like throwing with dice.
You don't understand.
Well,
Sam,
maybe you do.
you
I
do
don't
not.
know.
You do not understand.
Gravity of driving fast.
Are you challenging me?
Are you challenging me? Ah, that guy.
He never wins as well, which is the best
Let's
part.
start the lesson.
That is the best part about me playing is that he fucking is the worst. That's not like, are you challenging me? He's not like talking to you or anyone in particular. He's talking to like life.
Yeah.
Now, I've gone with form over, or I've gone with function over form for now, but that's because I need resources to get my shit going. So are pancakes like a big thing in Canada or not really?
I don't know. I don't really eat pancakes.
No? Unbelievable.
Is that treason saying that?
Yeah, the Canadian president comes around your house personally and kicks you out of the country.
President.
Don't they have a prime
With,
minister?
Yeah,
just
we
to
also
show-
have a prime minister.
Actually, it's a prime minister.
What do I say?
Prime
President.
Minister Trudeau. Probably
Excuse
Pres-
me.
you said
Martin,
Presidente.
Martin, you can't
Did I?
build.
Yeah.
Ah,
What?
You can't build there.
President of
Yeah,
the
well,
United
I'm your neighbor,
United
so-
States of Canada.
Mate, I need more space. You can't build there.
Well, I see your house right there. Just a little bit more space.
Well,
Yeah,
it's because it's not
72k
finished.
for that.
Huh?
Because it's not finished.
oh, nice.
Martin,
We're
there is like a if you like pretty
Yeah,
much
we've got 65 blocks down to dig.
Mate, what about outwards?
Yeah, well,
Hey man, if it's
Live
gonna,
across the river.
I want to live across the river.
well, you're are you forcing him across the river?
Yeah.
Dude, that's segregation.
I mean, you could set up shop in the city if you wanted to, or in the village.
Hey, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I think this villager can hold me.
I mean, maybe not. Yeah, but if you like, hold on, I'll go. Where the fuck is this place? Ugh.
That's pretty
Hold on.
damn close, mate.
Hold on, let's look at
Yeah, well,
if you go
In boundaries.
if you travel south Martin, there's nothing but like flat land, pretty much.
yeah,
There's
well,
nothing but
I want
death.
to live right here.
Where's here?
I kind of don't want you living right there, though.
He's pretty much like I'd say he's in like Aiden's like yard.
Side garden.
Mage
Pretty
Toad
much.
says that's a negative.
No, you're in my side garden.
All right, hold on. It's gonna come to arbitration. I'm gonna plop down like a pumpkin where I think the line should be. Oh fuck.
Yeah, but the rule is you can't take down any of the buildings.
Oh, it's like. All right. So okay. So this is like Martin's property. He's clearly spent a lot of time on it. So
Yeah.
hold on. I'm pretty sure he's gotten these blocks legitimately as well. And definitely didn't loot them off of something.
Hey, Aiden, look at your furnaces and look at your hole. I got these legit.
Yeah, okay, mate.
All right. So I think if we were gonna be really
I'm
fair,
using your furnaces
With
with
where-
the coal I found on my property.
if we're gonna be really fair with like the property walls, I think here is where like the fence should be. So I think
There you go.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to lose. You're gonna have to lose this section of the house.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's like a border cut right down the center of the house. Just be one of them neighbours who puts like their fence like here. Like yeah, fuck off, mate.
Use me, but your tree is over my corner.
Yeah, your leaf is on my side. Planting saplings next to the fence. Oh man.
Either way, I think we're perfectly balanced right now.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Imba.
Don't worry, I won't build a huge tower.
Builds a huge side blocking tower.
Just builds.
That was my original thought. But then I'm like,
Build like a dome over Aiden's.
Alright, you need to request clearance for anything that's more than 10 blocks above sea level.
we're already-
Shruxalo says
Like
Schleim.
he's just gonna build like a wall perimeter that's gonna call a house around my house.
Do you have a permit to build a 2-story house?
I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
stopping you building like around the whole like perimeter of Aiden, so effectively like he has to build inside of your building.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Like he is the wall to this house, you know.
Yeah, like Aiden is your settlement's like centerpiece.
Kylian says Slova.
Do you want a bed, Martin?
It's okay, I just took
Okay.
one.
Alright. Legitimately took one, I see.
Fine. What are you doing?
Mage Toad says I'm Schleep.
Oh yeah, right, fuck, I forgot. I thought we already
What?
I thought we
He
already
said to
sleep.
sleep.
Oh fuck, what time is it? Oh,
It's like
You slept with my horse in the pen. What? What the hell? We just got out. What the fuck?
a horse is good company, you know?
yeah. Smelled
Why the
really
long
good.
face, horse?
Ah.
Orgy, I don't care if the sheep fuck the cows. I really don't. Just as long as there's something being produced here. Even if it's abominations. Right. Okay, gonna go back into the mines whilst I contemplate what my house should look like. Oh yeah, and I've decided that I'm gonna make my house out of, because I usually never bother with the stone bricks that Sam likes to use, right? But I think I might bother with them now, just because I'm like, I have the resource and I have the time to build a lot of them, so I have the means of production. I have them. What is it that Gandalf says? Something forges in the dark or whatever the hell?
I have no idea actually.
Hobbits on a plane?
Had it with these hobbits on the plane.
No. Don't know why I've been carrying like 2 iron doors with me this whole time. Like, better just in case I need these iron doors stat.
Yeah.
I take screenshots of the insides of my chest so that when I'm down there, I don't forget what the fuck's in my chest upstairs. Because otherwise I will just like, what's up there? And just go fucking go back up and look.
To stop thieves.
Yeah, that too. You fucking steal from me. I swear to God. I'll put you in the start of a Skyrim game or a Elder Scrolls game.
Hey,
Start
finally
any
awake.
other scroll game. Going to prison and becomes the hero.
No, as in I'll put you in the Elder Scrolls game. You'll be the guy that gets shot by an arrow as he's trying to run away.
You got it wrong. I'm not a rebel.
Archers.
God, literally the first time I played, that fucking guy, he slid all across the fucking map for me when he got shot. It was like, floop, and he's gone. He's going.
For me, he always does that like spin on himself animation.
Here's people need him.
It's like pretty much the way it looks like when he gets hit for me. It's like the fucking draw strength of that bow was 700 million tons, you know? like he got hit and he's off.
You gonna replant this tree, yeah, Martin?
Yeah.
I mean, he has to. He's a Canadian. He's automatically an environmentalist, right? 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 Sounds like a dog scratching. Wait, stop it! Bad dog. Really is.
So what you build there, Martin?
None of your damn business.
Well, sorry, I should say, what are you building, neighbour?
Die, insect.
Die insect.
Sam, are you listening to Bass Drive right now?
Yes.
Oh, you've converted him. At work, I listen to like 50s and 60s music continuously, and it's super stuck in my head. Like, only problem is I don't know the lyrics exactly, which is like the worst.
Is it like?
That just means you need to listen to it more, then, Carl.
Apparently,
Is it like what like country does it originate from?
America,
Oh, okay.
America, and there's some British, but mostly
Is
America.
it like jive stuff?
What?
Is it like jive stuff?
No,
Oh, what's it like? What's it like?
it's like, it's not even country. It's just the 50s and 60s, like quote unquote pop music,
Okay.
which is just effectively like country song-esque stuff.
Get on up here, Jab Turkey.
No, it's not none of that shit.
Carl.
So here I was back when songs used to be about things. Yeah, feel free to, like, if you see my cows, feel free to feed them with wheat that I have in the chest, because I've made all of them fuck right now, but obviously I'm in the mine, so I can't oversee their thing.
Feel free to kill them.
By the way, somebody that like breeds animals in Dutch is literally called a fokker.
Sheep
That
fucker.
sounds like a bad swear.
Because it is. It's literally that's the root word of it is somebody that like gets other animals to fuck. Oh yeah.
That's sexy.
This is 50% done. So
Okay.
with both our fields at like peak cropping, we can get 1.5 loads exactly.
Is it done?
Loads.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Okay.
I stopped browsing Reddit now. Hang on.
I need to actually start mining coal because I was previously ignoring coal and now I have like a shortage of coal because when you're making like the stone bricks things, like holy shit, you fucking run out of coal quickly.
Oh, hopefully this doesn't. How many blocks is that? Is that gonna kill me?
Die, Jedi scum.
That'll
Oh,
kill me. Oh, shit.
Martin, did Aiden tell you about what I did to him over Minecraft text?
Oh no.
I played him the transcript of the first prequel movie over Minecraft text. Almost all of it. We got to the Jar Jar part.
Which Jar Jar part? In the beginning?
In the,
Oh,
in the
God.
beginning, and that was
prefer
that was like several paragraphs in.
The further term subject is really like
You used to save my life.
Pretty much,
You
yeah.
loyal servant.
And when you see it written out on a transcript, it's even more racist.
Kylian says.
Yeah, Kylian says. Fucking, I love 001 though.
Fucking droid, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's something you put in.
No,
You guys talk about the droids.
the droid name, like in the transcript, he's like an unnamed. He's the one that gets cut down by fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi and fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
They gave him a name.
Well, yeah, that guy. But the droids all have names, so it's fucking hilarious.
Roger, roger. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger.
Greatest thing about like the prequel series of Star Wars games is the video games don't fucking happen.
For sure, absolutely.
Oh, Battlefront 2, mate.
Jedi power battles, mate.
Lucasfilm, right, is the best at making games
And
or
making,
publishing
like,
them, or publishing them at least,
Fucking
because
god tier Lego game.
Like holy fuck, like the games that respond from the prequels is amazing, and like the ideas that like the kind of like the set pieces are quite good. Like the drones or the droids, they look pretty good. It's just a shame that the story was fucking pap, but like the set pieces were pretty fun.
Die, Jedi, die.
I mean, to be honest,
am I saying?
my more spicy take, to be honest, is I don't rate Star
There's
Wars
2
at all,
villages.
but all the games are great.
No, yeah, I fucking literally couldn't give a shit
I
about
actually
Star Wars.
like-
I love the games though. I really like
Yeah.
hitting things with a sword.
And like Rogue Squadron on the N64, masterpiece.
I never played
Classic
Rogue Squadron.
Battleship.
I did play Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 2, and those were like, or Battlefront, I think is what it was called.
Battlefront.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
Did you ever play the
Shruxilo
Jedi
says
Academy or
Uh,
Jedi Outcast?
No,
Oh,
I
Jedi
haven't.
Academy
I like
2?
my friend had it, but I didn't. Like, so I played it at his house, but not.
That whole Jedi Knight series with Kyle Katarn is better
That was
than
a
any
legendary
writing
series.
in the movies.
I was convinced that if you played like evilly, the campaign would like never end as a kid.
Kylian says Lord.
Fucking hell, Martin.
I love Star Trek though. Holy fuck.
I mean, I pre-ordered the new Star Wars game because it looks pretty decent.
Which one? Star Wars 2 Electric
For
Boogaloo?
something.
No, it's Star Wars. Fuck, I actually don't remember.
Star Wars Force Uranus.
Star Wars, fuck.
The new one you're on about, the one that got announced and hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another Jedi Knight game, but they've shat all over the Jedi Knight series. So,
Haven't they?
well, because Disney cancelled, like they disregarded the entire Star Wars extended universe, right?
Yeah.
So, Kyle Katarn doesn't exist anymore.
Rip.
So
It's
it's
Mara
not.
Jade.
Yeah. So it kind of makes like a new Jedi Knight game not even make sense. And
When you
also,
get
it
back
just
down,
looks like the Force
call it.
Unleashed.
Huh?
When you get back, do you want to call it?
Yeah. God, but I've managed to get my things stuck again because I'm
But I
super
mean,
good at
the
that.
extended universe has been cancelled for so long. Honestly, completely forgot about most of it.
Yeah, I like the style of Star Wars, but I honestly like the initial movies. They're okay. Like I don't really like the game.
I don't-
As you said, the games. Like I like the
Yeah.
games a lot.
I just don't see why everyone treats Star Wars like it is like the gold standard. Of, like,
It is really good visuals. That is like the thing that I think that's the thing that George Lucas is best at is
Yeah, with the
visuals
right
and like
balance.
making new things, as in visuals and making like neat new things like the droids and like that sort of stuff. Like that those are really nice for like a sci-fi entity. He's like I think it's just like to paraphrase somebody else's take on the guy is I think he's a good ideas guy, but he's not somebody that should be given sole directive control of anything.
Well, yeah, wasn't the whole? Didn't he like walk into a thing and just put 2 action figures together and go, "They're friends," and then like that was how they had to write something. I need to go look this up. Hold on.
No, he was like they wanted him to make more movies, right? Because he was just really good at merchandising, making toys, and all that sort of stuff. And he was one of the guys that was involved in the creative process of making the first 3
Well,
movies.
Star Wars is created to sell action figures. Like,
Well, yeah, it is.
entirely.
It is 100%. But the thing is, that doesn't necessarily mean the movie has to be bad, right?
Of course not.
And like because yeah, like George Lucas wants to sell the stuff and he's been very successful at selling all the paraphernalia, but the problem is that when he was making the prequels he had at that point become so powerful, he was so powerful that nobody wanted to, like, he was just surrounded by yes men, so nobody had the status to challenge him on any kind of creative decision, nor did they have like the incentive to, I guess, because like he had it made. Like he wasn't like just some special effects guy. He was, George Lucas. I've made quintillion billions selling action
Well,
figures.
people trusted him not to fuck it up as well. To be fair, like, I mean, the third of the original trilogy was not as good as the first two, but it was still a good movie, sort of thing. But yeah, like nobody thought he was gonna go back left with it, you know.
Yeah, but it's been a while since you had to. It's been like fucking what? Like it had been at that time. It had been like 20 years or something, or 15 years since they made the third movie. And he was older, and I don't think he was super into it anymore. But he had some good ideas still. But it's just there was no one to counterbalance him, so he was just. And I think he was like, he got the kind of like, let his wealth probably get to his head, and he was like, no, I am best guy. My decisions are fantastic. And then you get such fantastic gold lines like, "Are you an angel?" And
I hate sand.
And I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere.
Have any of you watched the edited version of episode 1 that like removes Jar Jar Binks entirely, and the movie still flows perfect?
Oh yeah, that fucking
It's incredible.
Because he was like Jar Jar Binks, that he was gonna be a fantastic character. I can market him to fuck, and he is just ultra racist for some fucking reason. Like I don't understand. Like how are they like okay with that at that time? It just goes to show you how much they didn't give a shit. Because if you look at the transcript, right, he is given it the full fucking massa, that sort of like fucking incredibly stereotypical 50s black guy. Like it's like full that, like with all the spellings and everything. It's like Jesus Christ. It was pretty outrageous, because it's not like the Neimoidians with their fucking Asian accents. Like that's not written in the transcript, but Jar Jar's like slang is written exactly like how he delivers it in the transcript. So yeah, it was ridiculous. But hey, we got a lot of games and a lot of like good stuff out of it, so I'm pretty happy. But Star Trek is good, except for like the new Star Trek. That's trash.
Star Trek's alright. I'm not like a big fan of its sort of style of sci-fi, like utopian sci-fi. I like gritty sci-fi, like Battlestar Galactica.
But it's like it's flawed utopian sci-fi, if you know what I mean. But still very.
I guess.
It's a utopia only on Earth, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much
it's just they cut around like, look at these savages.
Well, no, not necessarily that, because in TNG, right? Pretty much you have Earth, where the premise is Earth is so advanced that pretty much everybody can do whatever they want, because there's no real need for anyone to really work anywhere, right? But on the colonies, right, that's not the case. And in like Cardassian, Romulan, and Klingon space, that is absolutely not the case whatsoever. But the humans have this like they have this idyllic philosophy, and that philosophy is kind of tested throughout the series, which is what I like, because it is like
Battlestar Galactica, not the 70s one, like the one that came out in the 2000s.
What's bits of it, but I was not interested at the time.
Because that is like, it really focuses on like the human element, right? Like it doesn't pull any punches. It covers everything awful, like human trafficking and child molestation and this sort of shit. And it's like basically paints this picture of like how fucked up humanity is while they're trying to escape being murdered.
Yeah, well, Gene Roddenberry's vision is a very hopeful one, but they do address trafficking, like child trafficking, slaving, like all that sort of shit is 100% addressed, and it's mainly addressed through like, because the way it's dealt is that the people in Starfleet can be corrupt, but in TNG, right, Picard is incredibly by the books, even by other captain standards, right? So he's really idealist. He's like primarily a diplomat. He'll try and resolve anything non-violently, pretty much. Like he is like especially that. And in different versions of, in different series, the people are more militant and hostile. And it kind of like the nice thing is it's a lot of parallels between real history and what they are effectively portraying in their fake universe, because it's very a lot of it centers around either politics, science, or philosophy, which is very nice. And some episodes are shit, some episodes are really, really, really good. So
I guess that's more of my issue is I don't like shows that have the like little self-contained.
oh, I like that.
Like,
Like
yeah, that's fair. Like I
'cause
still think
the
Star Trek
overarching-
stands a lot higher than Star Wars, right? I'm not saying Star Trek sucks. It's just not for me.
yeah, because the overarching story does move in one direction, right? It isn't like you can watch them out of order and it makes sense, because people on the crew change, people die, and the political situation changes, and the episodes do build on each other, but the story within the episode is self-contained. It isn't like a drama where it's like next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation, you know, like every time. Like you have occasional two-parters, but everything it does move linearly. So it is a persistent world that moves linearly. It's just episodic, which means that what that does in effect is very nice, because it means that a bad writer, right, could not ruin like a whole section of the show, and a good writer can like make a really good self-contained story or like a two-parter. And I feel like that provides more consistent quality over the course of multiple seasons. Well, that's just my opinion, dog.
Yo.
It's just like my opinion, man.
Just my opinion, bruh. Nah, I'm more of like I prefer the big drama that. Yeah, and like BSG is absolutely that, right? Like,
Yeah,
one massive story.
that's kind of why it was too bleak for me when I was like, because I think it came out when I was about like maybe 12, 13. I don't remember exactly.
To be fair, like I only appreciated it like I would say 2 years ago. I watched it properly 2 years ago and was like, this is fucking incredible. Because like the thing it's based off, like the original 70s BSG is terrible. Like it's such a shit sci-fi. So when you're hearing like, oh, Cylons, that sounds really dumb, and then you like watch it and it's like fucking incredible. And you know they've got
the Cylonauts
in it. It's quite funny actually. Like a bunch of the main characters are all like video game voice actors in it. You've got like Michael Hogan and Patricia Helfer. It's like Kerrigan and fucking a bunch of people from Full.
Right. Yeah, I might give it, like, cause I don't know, like, cause pretty much from what I've like heard from just general thing about it is that everybody turns out to be a Cylon. Is that like the main thing?
No. There are only 9 total ever.
Says Schlorb.
There's just near the end a couple of the main characters, you know, that you followed all the way through turn out to be Cylons. That's
Right.
like one of the big twists, but it's not everyone, no.
Right.
But yeah, there's like, because that's kind of the mystery. It's like you kind of know who some of the Cylons are from the get-go, and then you're kind of left to figure it out until right at the end, where it's because they only figure out their Cylons near the end as well, right? But you find out when they find out.
Right. One thing they super like about TNG Star Trek is the fact that they really adhere to like the scientific method, the scientific way of dealing with problems. Like when there's a problem, right? They try like radically different things over like over like the episode. They keep trying new things, and like if something doesn't work, they write it off. Which is how you don't get into like plot situations where it's like, why don't you just fly the Eagles to like Mount Doom and drop the ring, that sort of stuff. You don't get that stuff happening in Star Trek because they're usually pretty good about covering all their bases and being consistent in how they deal with problems, which is one of the things that I really like about their type of sci-fi. Is because I was very impressed, like because I went back and watched TNG recently. I was like, oh, it's going to be very outdated, but no, it's still pretty up to date, and it's you can tell that the people that have made it were very educated and they had actual understanding of the field and understanding of history, and it just comes that care as a really good quality production. Like I really enjoy that, because a lot of times in stories, like because you can tolerate like certain contrivances, but a lot of times
says Sam.
a story is very contrived.
Says yo. Kylian says Sam PLS. Shruxalo says slep. Kylian says T slep.
I don't know, I have a really weird relationship with Star Trek. I think it's just I end up binging it on Netflix every time I'm in a shit mood. So it's just kind of like
did you watch
Says
TNG
IO Shell.
or like a different?
I've watched the OG, TNG, and Deep Space Nine.
Right. And I think those are the best 3 ones. So
Yeah, like don't get me wrong here. Like I'm not like I fucking hate Star Trek, not at all. Just I guess like I means I'm not like a big massive
Shruxalo
fan of
says
it.
someone not slept.
But still good watching.
Says who not slow him. Shruxalo
still
says I teamwork.
Enjoyed it. Just
Kylian says it was some.
sorry, I was laughing at something in Minecraft.
yeah. I figured.
But yeah, no, I personally came away
Says
from
the Somris.
I came away from watching that series again, being very, very pleasantly surprised at its quality overall, and just kind of very
Yeah.
disappointed at where they're taking it, or where like the new version of.
Aren't they doing like an animated series of it
I
now,
don't-
and it looks fucking garbage.
It's not animated. It's like a real. It's still like a live action one. It's just the writing is
No,
terrible.
dude. I saw a thing the other day, like it looks like Family Guy as fuck. Yeah, here
Oh.
we go. CBS's Star Trek Lower Deck reveals first images. It looks like really.
Lower Deck was actually a really good Star Trek: The Next Generation episode.
Yeah, but it's all like set about that, right? Like it's all like the people working down the lower deck. But just look at that
Oh,
animation
Jesus H.
style is not
Christ.
good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Star. I don't know. Like, I don't think it works if it's cartoon characters because it's supposed to be about like real life ideologies and philosophies competing against each other effectively
Yeah.
and trying to survive. I don't think it works. Like it needs the brevity that comes with the fact that the politics and the philosophy are real, even though the setting is fictitious, right? I don't think that works with cartoons. But
I don't know, I think you can have a serious themed cartoon. It's just kind of like no one ever chooses to do it. But I think it could work just fine.
yeah, have you seen BoJack Horseman? I recall.
Yeah, that's serious. Has serious.
Serious enough. It has a lot of silly, funny stuff, but it's a
Yeah,
serious.
BoJack. I love Sad Horseman. That's a great
Sad
show.
Horseman, yeah. Exactly. Why the long horseman face? Yeah, I like that show too. And I feel like that
You
show.
realize
Yeah.
everybody likes you. Nobody loves you.
Oh right. Yeah, that's a quote. I got it. I got it. I think that's a
That's high.
what's alright?
Aiden's roof.
It is, isn't it? It's because it's gonna have an attic in it. That's why I wanted it higher.
You should fill it with gravel to represent asbestos.
Yeah.
Um.
But
Yeah.
right, it's not gonna like go all the way out. Right.
That was not gonna lie. That was
Ah.
BoJack
What?
Horseman is one of those things where I think would actually be worse if they tried to do it live action, because I think
I see what you're saying, mine, but yeah, like it's gonna.
it's too like one
It'd be
shape.
just fucking creepy.
well, no, not necessarily. Like they would just do it with real people, not actually like a horse-faced man.
alright.
But because I think the fact that it's a cartoon gives it a lot of levity and allows for like very surreal situations, which is
Yeah, we have so much more as well.
yeah, I really like cartoons as a medium, or
I
animation
do.
really as a medium.
I really appreciate like South Park, like stuff like that. Still,
And last season of South Park coming this year.
Last
the last
season, just
ever.
ever.
Like they were only contracted up to do this many, and they haven't renewed the contract this time. Coupled with the whole cancel South Park thing, I
Oh,
think they're done, man. Because they had the final episode of the last season was like they had Stan being like, "You can't keep doing this," and stuff like that, and then they slipped cunt through the filter, so they broadcast cunt onto American
really?
terrible. Yeah, because you know how like South Park, like Matt and Trey give the show to Fox or whatever network it is, Comedy Central. They give it to Comedy Central about 10 minutes before air. So like Comedy Central doesn't actually review the content. the way it
they
works.
close watch. They're like, oh, we know where this is like, on the scale.
Yeah, so like the way it works is like they Starbucks Studios, they have a lawyer. Their job is just to keep talking to Comedy Central and let them know what they're doing, so they can kind of have like a running commentary of like, you can do this, you can't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, they just said nothing about the cunt line.
I like that though.
At the end of the day, I think they could, because I think their budget is like low enough to where they could probably continue on their own steam. Really, like they just hire. Some
No,
staff
it's not
and-
about money. They're sick of it. Like the creators,
Oh,
right?
right.
Like that's the episodes leading up to the end of the final season, the last season, was like basically just them saying through that South Park that they're done. They don't want to do it anymore.
Right,
Like
right.
they're running out of ideas. It's stressful. I think they like. It would just be cool if they left South Park for a few years, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Because honestly, I haven't watched the latest thing of South Park. Because like the second a show like that loses its edge, it's better to like burn out rather than fade away.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they left for years and then like actually like went back to it and had them be a bit older. You know, if they had like different ideas or whatever.
Yeah, or just make a different show if they wanted to.
Yeah,
do
yeah. That
something,
they make
'cause
other funny shit. Like Team America was hysterical.
I haven't actually watched Team America.
You'd probably really like it.
Yeah, it's quite
It's
good.
even funnier now I'm older, to be honest. Like when I was young, it was just like haha, silly joke and puppets, and then when you're older and you understand world politics, it has a whole other fucking funny element. I don't know if you've ever seen their film Orgasmo.
No.
No.
It was what they made like before South Park, about a sexual superhero.
Really? Sounds
It's
pretty
fucking
good.
stupid. I also really want to go see Book of Mormon, but they're never going to release it on like any kind of home media. And I'm not 1% enough to go to a fucking Broadway show.
I don't think that's that expensive to go to a Broadway show.
Not about price, it's about location.
Status.
It's like if you don't live near where it's playing, then well, fuck you.
Right.
Because you know they can only do it so many places. That's why I like heavily disagree with the idea that like having a recording ruins the show, because like yeah, it won't have the same effect as seeing it live, but like the people that are going to watch the recording are never going to see it live anyway.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
it doesn't take away from the people that went and saw it live. Like I just find that's a very pretentious point.
It is a bit, isn't it? Though I can, from their perspective, I can kind of understand it because their medium really is not meant to be recorded. Like it's probably going to look quite shit recorded compared to what it is live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I can totally get behind watching it on at home on like Blu-ray or whatever would be a lesser experience versus live. But I don't think it takes away from being able to see it live. You know, like
Oh no, I don't think it's about that. I think it's about like
oh no, dude, a lot of people who are into musicals are like very staunchly of the opinion that if the musical in question is released on home video, it's suddenly like lessened in that. It's a very common opinion in the musical
Right.
world. Because you know it's mostly for the snobby pricks.
right. Because I can imagine that, like, because I imagine the quality of the product takes a hit if you, because it's not meant to be translated to video.
Yeah,
So-
it would absolutely not be the same as watching it live, for sure. I just think it's a very messed up thing in general because you know not everyone can go see it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like maybe if they at like the end of the run, if they do, if they're like, okay, this will be the last one we do with this crew, we'll do one where we record it, I guess, for like I guess posterity or whatever.
That's kind of what I'm getting at as well, like archival.
Yeah.
You know, it's apparently an amazing, and not even just Book of Mormon, but like a whole bunch of musicals that like will just never be seen again, and that's kind of why I take an issue because people know that, and that's the whole point. It's like, look at me, I saw it.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there when they played Book of Mormon.
3,000 years ago.
I would love to see it though.
Because it's only in America, right?
No, they've done some showings in other countries. But I like in the UK, it was like Edinburgh and London only or something.
British places.
Yeah, let's have a look. London, Manchester, Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Sunderland. Why Sunderland?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Malice in Thunderland.
Just want to listen to the
How much did Sunderland pay to have that happen?
Yeah, no.
Probably just a way to try and get people to go to Sunderland.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, Bristol as well.
Huh. You guys
That's
don't,
the
you guys
three places.
don't live far away from Bristol, do you? Or
I live in Scotland.
right, well you do, but
Bristol's like an hour and something from Southamptonish area, right?
So far.
Scotland forever.
Sounds about right.
Scotland.
Scotland.
The wheat trials are snakes speaking at me. I'm killed. Aiden's got a wheat trouser snake.
Peace out, boys.
What's that? What are you gonna do? You leave? Oh, goodbye.
Don't leave.
He went off to good night. Sweet prince.
Night, sweet prince.
Shruxilo says Shleep. Kylian says Slowlorp. Mage Toad says I am SHLEEP.
Mage Joe says I am SHLEEP.
I am. Wait, do you have it on?
Text no, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
Mage Toad says hey you're finally awake.
Yeah.
Kylian says Jar Jar. AHH.
Oh
you should
no.
follow me now. Okay.
What's up?
No. No.
Kylian says
No.
so good being home.
Fuck off. He's starting his bloody Star Wars shit again.
Kylian says Cap
Oh,
Tarples.
Jesus Christ.
Hey Yosef. Stopa there.
God, boys.
It is all you'll dream of.
Aiden, how far did you get into Breath of the Wild?
Not that far. Like I killed first boss in the statue of the elephant thing.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough security.
Hmm.
It took me like
It's been like so long playing a Zelda game. I was like, oh shit, there's an actual boss here.
Yeah, right.
I was like, okay, yeah, neat, that's activated. It's like, wait, boss.
For me, I just saw the big room and I saw like the platforms on like the whole page.
Yeah. He was difficult.
It was. It took me like 8 tries. It took me accidentally parrying laser attacks to realize that I can actually parry laser attacks.
Hmm.
And I'm like, so that's how you do it. That's how you beat the undefeatable sentries.
God, I'm definitely happy that that's no longer a fucking thing. Back when you were a kid, having to like trial and error your way through video games.
Well, apparently it is still a thing.
I mean, you say that, but the internet was there for you at any moment, you know?
But I mean,
It was at your beck and call.
there's a charm, you know, to like
But you know,
figure it out yourself.
back in the day, like you just wouldn't complete a game. You know, it would you'd just be stuck at like a part, and then that would be where the game ended for you until you tried
I mean,
again.
We were talking about Star Wars, fucking Jedi Academy and shit. And like, I've been stuck on a mission since I was like 15. And I've still never beat it.
Some might say they're still stuck on that mission.
Huh?
Some might say, yeah, he's still stuck on that mission even today.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it again like a few months ago. Still couldn't beat it.
And I can't, like, what was like a thing? One of the few games on PS2 that I did complete was Time Splitter's Future Perfect. I did complete that, like, completely.
Oh yeah, I did too. It was a fun
a
game.
really good game.
It got very difficult in the challenge sections of the game.
I don't know if I got to that, I just completed the story. That game was like, its map builder I had a lot of fun with.
Because I unlocked like a lot of his, like bonus weapons and characters and stuff. You had to do these like weird challenge mode stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, that game had a fuck ton of content.
Any game that allowed me to play with bots and like first-person shooters, I really enjoyed generally. I played a lot of Counter-Strike Condition Zero because of that.
Jesus.
Oh, for me it was Counter-Strike Source. I played 13 hours of Counter-Strike Source. 13, more like fucking 113 of Source with just the bots. Until I realized that the game... Aiden, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Is that literally how you play?
That's how I started playing, but then I had to turn it off
Are
because
you
my eyes were killing
fucking mad?
Naughty.
Fox.
What is that? Is that fucking cockhead and dress?
Whoa!
It's the
language.
Swede incarnate.
Swede incarnate.
Svidan. Jag
Svinka.
väntar.
As usual.
That's weird. I used to say Swedish word.
Swedish. Vox cometh. I'm comething.
I actually haven't learned any Swedish words since we last met, unfortunately.
Well, I'm kind of glad.
Can't
Can't say I'm sad about that one.
Why my vocabulary is Spanish?
Nah, your Swedish is pretty good actually. To not be Swedish, you're better than me for sure.
Ooh! Hear that,
Well, the
Aiden?
thing is, Aiden can't pronounce the us that you can. Because
The
when you
what?
say I want to die, jag vill dö, you actually use the
Jag vill dö.
Yeah, that's the letter.
What's with that Japanese face, Carl? What the fuck?
Tengu dick mask.
Yeah,
Windy.
Bendy.
He was in a park somewhere.
Oh, you're actually outside.
No?
Nope.
I'm playing on my Switch. I don't know
Not
who's
you.
outside.
I can hear Kyle's.
It's probably me because it's fucking cooking here. I think the mic's out of the way now though.
Oh,
Maybe not, but you know.
nope.
Well,
It's fine. I think.
I think this is.
Carl just thinks he's in an 80s hair metal video, you know. It's gonna have
Hey
that
man.
turbine blowing at all times.
Ah, I get it though. It's really hot here as
It
well.
is
I don't
fucking.
blame
It
you.
is 33.7 degrees and it is night.
Oof. Okay, well it's not that warm here. God damn, that's hot.
It is ridiculously hot.
That's really fucking hot. How hot is it here? Let me just check. It's actually 12 o'clock right now, like middle of the night.
Yeah.
Let's see. It is 21 degrees, so it's still pretty warm, but it's not like for you
Not
where
like
it's toasty.
ridiculous. Yeah.
33 degrees though.
Hey man, it's not even the hottest it's been.
It's last summer we had some days where it peaked at 40 degrees.
I had days where it peaked 42 degrees in my room.
Shruxalo says I'm gonna leave it there for
Great.
now,
I
I
used
think.
to have a really hot room too.
GG
actually.
though. Laughing face.
Yeah, I had like 30, between 30 and 40
Kylian
degrees last
says
summer in my
GG.
room, 'cause just, yeah, it's fucking hot.